right in. So, the first thing I always like to mention when we play an established good deck like this is people always ask me for my opinions on different variations. I have no reasonable or educated opinions on any version of this Golos archetype. I haven't played much with it. This is a list that someone sent me to play. I don't know the strengths and weaknesses of this variation versus other variations. There's probably some try-hard streamers out there that will be able to fill you in on the details of that. We're just going to give this a little bit of a run through a league and see how it goes. We'll give some thoughts afterwards, but in general, I try to shy away from giving too strong of opinions on decks like this that are worked on by a lot of people. Just because the number of games you need to make educated, informed opinions is a lot more than what I play here in one set. Man, the mana base in this deck, huh? A mana base that only a mother could love. Oh, buddy old pal. Oh, buddy old pal. This is hopefully a green source, maybe, kinda. I believe in this once upon a time. Thinking about playing a standard again, what do you think of the Blue-Black Phoenix self-mill decks? I haven't played with or against them. There is a copy in the deck queue, though, so we'll be getting to it at some point. So hitting Grazer is actually the reason why I played once upon a time there. It lets me go Grazer this turn, into field, into island, Circuitous Route next turn. Grazer's a good draw. We did bottom 2 fields. That's fine though, because we're about to shuffle. So, Temple Garden's a land that I already have in play. Wow, Grazer on Grazer violence. The sloths are getting frisky, chat. Flinging feces at each other. This is your preview for the Mythic Championship this weekend. There's some lands on their side of the table. There's some lands on my side of the table. You know, doing stuff. Neither of these lands trigger my Field of the Dead. Just gonna be 48 hours of this weekend. An ad is a reminder to send in the Bezo box. Thanks for the 16-month sharps. I appreciate it. Welcome back. Oh no, not Blast Zone. They're gonna kill our Arboreal Grazers. Sloth versus Sloth. Welcome to the DMV. Do 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 do. We did start down here. We started down 2 cards.
I know my responsibility. I've got it.
Quick political question. Never voted before. My friends are all about the Yang Gang, and I work in a Union Machine Shop. And all I hear about is Trump. All I hear from each side is about how bad the other is. Any recommended material to be informed for the future before election? Well, I'd recommend reading any amount of news sources to understand that not Trump is the correct vote. There's only the best line to describe people who support Trump that I've ever heard is there's only two types of people that support Trump at this point: idiots and millionaires. And if you're not sure which one you are, double check your bank account. Herbivores, thanks for the 18 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Torcat, thanks for the 15 months. Welcome, welcome, welcome back. As far as understanding the differences between the Democratic candidates, if you're gonna vote in the Democratic primary, I'd recommend starting with just the campaign websites and their policy points for all of the major people. So, I always find it funny when people call Joe Rogan a good interviewer, because Joe Rogan's actually an incredibly bad interviewer. Joe Rogan tends to give platforms to dangerous people and then not challenge them when they say dangerous things. He puts a megaphone in front of people who want to do awful things and have awful opinions. And if the person Joe is interviewing is a reasonable person, he asks okay questions, but to put him on a pedestal as a good interviewer shows a fundamental misunderstanding of what a good interviewer should actually be doing.
Don't worry, I got this.
Joe Rogan is fine to watch if you know the person he's interviewing is reasonable. But if Joe is interviewing someone who's not reasonable, he's not going to challenge them and show you why they're not reasonable. Tron Dragon, thanks for the 37 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. And we have died. Believe it or not drawing spells in our ramp deck was not good. Agent of Treachery is here for the mirror. I assume Unmoored Ego is here for the mirror. I assume Time Wipe is better than Realm-Cloaked here. I feel like I want to trim some of this effect. Time Raveler seems a little bit middling. Although I guess Time Raveler rebuys these things, which is fine. I enjoy John Oliver's segments, but he generally doesn't do interviews, right? Do we cut Grazer? I would believe that. The matchup's just not about racing. Yeah, the question is like, how many of these cards are supposed to stay in here for this one Fae of Wishes? Probably not many. Yeah, Oliver does exposés, is exactly correct. Yeah, I think if you want to hear Rogan ask questions to someone that you're already familiar with, he's good at that. But I think if you're looking for someone that's going to help you learn about people and learn about how their positions actually like impact real life, he doesn't really challenge people who say bad faith things or are coming from positions of bad faith. Is there a good metric to determine how much of a mirror is draw quality versus decision making? No, there really isn't an objective metric for that. Yeah, conversations is a good way to put it. And like I said, I've listened to a number of Joe Rogan's interviews, but describing them as a conversation, I think, is much more accurate. Like I said, I think he's fine if you know, especially about the person that he's talking to and you want to hear more from them, but he's not going to help you figure out who's actually good, bad, or otherwise. I already have a growth spiral, so I guess we just take the Golos here, right? When's the next Overwatch stream? Never. Yeah. Yeah, the centrist idea that in order to be balanced, you have to listen to all sides, even when one side is dangerously, wildly, and objectively wrong, is just nonsense. All right, so their last field is in the board, actually, because they have a Fae of Wishes. That's sweet. This idea that you have to listen to both sides to, like, be a good news organization is the reason why wildly dangerous ideas like anti-vaxxers have gained traction in the year 2019. It's why climate deniers have traction in 2019. Because if you don't entertain the idea that climate might not be real, regardless of what the scientists said, you're not being fair and objective. And flat earthers, yep. And Nazis, yep. We did the ramp thing, chat. Is Wizard just gonna ban green? Good question. All right, so I think I actually want to once here, because if I once into a red source, I can start doing that next turn. Huh? So do I just take Agent of Treachery? Because I can agent them off a land next turn, right? Fabled Passage could get red. I think this is too good to pass up, though. Like, taking their land is, like, pretty busted here. Yeah, we get to, like, agent and then time wipe agent. Yeah, why the MC deck lists are not just front and center on the magic.gg website is ridiculous. Like one of those things that makes you just like shake your head at WotC, just like, what are you doing? Are they front and center now? They weren't front and center yesterday when I looked. We've got a breakdown, we've got a link to the breakdown here. So they linked Karsten's breakdown finally. And I'm sure the full deck lists are linked somewhere in his breakdown. Here's a question I know the answer to, but I'm gonna ask it anyways because I'm a liability. Is there the ability to export to Arena on Wizard's website yet? Is that a thing that they've added yet? Or are we still waiting tirelessly on that feature? It's unreal. It's just unreal. That is even something I have to ask. Why is that a thing I have to ask, and why is the answer the wrong answer? Did everybody enjoy this incredibly skill-intensive mirror so far? I gave up on that years ago. I just export from your site. Yes, remember, if you go to magicesports.net or jeffhoagland.com, all of the deck lists there very easily importable, exportable in the arena format. Because I care. Because I care. Yeah, we played a Teamer Field deck earlier today, and it just had 4 agents in the 75, and that felt real nuts in the mirror. Maybe I do want this Veil of Summer just because of how important Agent is. I could see that. What am I trimming here? Let me trim a Teferi. Sure. Shout out to Stream Decker. They're the folks that made the wonderful WordPress plugin for my website. Sword and Shield, thank you for the 7 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. The real question I'm excited to see answered this weekend is how much does WotC cheat on their homework? Do we embed up to 6 digits worth of viewers? Or do we keep it believable and keep it in like the 30 to 40,000 range? It's like that old Simpsons episode, like D's turn into B's really easily, Bart. Why'd you have to go for the A? Asinine Panda, thanks for the brand new Prime support. I appreciate that. Welcome. Thanks for keeping me around. 6 figures. They have no shame. Yep, probably. Am I co-streaming any day? I might try and co-stream for a little bit on Friday. If the numbers are good, I might do more, but I've never done that before, so I'm not sure what my expectation should be. I don't understand exactly what you're asking, Vernash. Just some bits to say thanks for Team of Friends on the website. Been grinding the arena ladder and having a blast with the Arboreal Grazers into 5/3 first striking Elks. Yeah, Wild Nakado's pretty good. Do I bottom this looking for an untapped land here? No, that's probably dumb. Oh, I have Temple Garden. I'm dumb. I have an untapped land. Oh, budget replacement for Oko? Budget replacements for Oko don't exist. Play a different deck. I'm not a programmer or anything, but shouldn't they be able to embed the stream directly into Arena? A more competent company would, yes. Embedding directly into Arena is an option. Oto the Bobcat with the 12 months of support. Let's get you a sword to go with that shield. Thanks for keeping me around. Ego. Wow, they had a field in hand and didn't play it out. I think that's a pretty big mistake. They do have a Fae of Wishes, though, so they're going to get the last one. How many Agent of Treacheries do they have? They have a Biogenic Ooze, they have a Nissa, they have a bunch of random win conditions in here. They only have 1 agent, they have a Mass Manipulation. They have 1 agent and a Mass Manipulation. Yeah, I agree, DMS. Lots of other major games embed their streams directly in the client. We got you, Emberwatch. Yay! Adults who receive feedback reasonably. So, when the Unmoored Ego draws a card, it makes it look like whatever card is leftmost in the hand, but it's not actually that card. So they don't have another giant, there's just a visual bug. Hashtag release ready. Wait, what did they get? Did they just time out? What did they get? Did I miss something? So I'm missing red, and I think I just want extra green at this point. I have plenty of blue. I can get Simic Guildgate. I bet they clicked it and it lagged out. I'd believe that. They fixed Ultra Mode on some of the maps. Is this one of them? Ooh, that's a new one. It's only half broken here. Fancy. Send them to the Shadow Realm. I think I'm just doing this for form. Would not be surprised if we get swept this turn, but I think that's fine too. Like, we have double fields, like we're pretty far ahead here. Man, I really hope this match has not been representative of the mirror, because this match has been a pretty awful set of Magic. Like, all things considered, the games that we've played. Oh, look, an Agent of Treachery for after they go get their Field of the Dead with this. This is typical for a mirror based on fandom matches. The mirror is disgusting, not gonna lie, that's why you're a hero for innovating Team Morocco. Yeah, yikes. Why did you not play Veil of Summer to give yourself hexproof from the sweeper? I just missed it, dude. Light. You know, I'm not an MPL member. We miss plays on this stream sometimes. Just not good enough. Thoughts on Embercleave? I think Embercleave's just like worse than Scions. Embercleave, the best way to describe Embercleave is Embercleave that's a threat that's only good with another threat. And I think that makes it not good enough. Was Croaky's on Grazer? The fundamental difference between the list I've been working on and the list other people have been playing is I'm playing Grazer and a lot of other people aren't. I mean, you don't really need multiple creatures with... You don't really need multiple creatures with with Embercleave because, like, you could just pay 5 mana. I think Embercleave's biggest problem is that it just doesn't do anything on its own. is the issue. I want cards that are just, like, individually powerful for the most part. Power surges through these lands. Yeah. I also think making red can be tough sometimes, especially because something I want to test out is a couple copies of Interplanar Beacon so we can play Mew Yangling. Mew makes more 4/4 flying creatures, which I'm a fan of, and she lets Oko steal 4 and 5 power creatures, and she lets Questing Beast attack through more things. I have no idea how it's correctly pronounced. Well, all their fields are in exile, so... Next time we play Team or Friends on stream, we're going to try Mew and some Interplanar Beacons. We just try to have a good time here, Taco. Rise, my elemental friends. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So if I play this, I can't... Oh, Nissa doubles some of my lands up. Could I... If I play this... I think I can still activate Golos this turn. If I untap this Temple Garden... Hey, look at that. Look at that. We thinned the deck, chat. Now we'll draw more action next turn. Yeah, the deck has an incredible number of lands in it. And, like, even if they planar cleansing us here, like, they're still behind, right? Because, like, I get to go root into a land next turn. So, good luck, Godspeed. I guess I didn't hold up Veils. Like, if they draw Mass Manipulation, maybe they're in the game. They have 4, 5, they have 12 mana, or 10 mana, so they can take 3 things. That probably isn't good enough. Yeah, they had Mass Manipulation in hand, and they decided it wasn't good enough. But, like, what do they have for 4 mana that does anything here, right? Nothing? They have, like, a copy of Fog in their sideboard to, like, buy a turn? Clarion would buy a turn, yep. Okie doke. That, Alright, so, like, one of the reasons why I do like playing tier 1 decks on occasion is you gain insights into them. And after playing that mirror match, I have to say, that might have been the worst match of Magic I've played all season. Just from, like, a personal enjoyment, quality of gameplay perspective. That, yeah. Maybe I won't co-stream on Friday, and I'll just sign off and go to the gym. Maybe I'll do that on Friday. signing off and going to the gym is probably higher EV. How many lands are in my deck? It's on the 28, 29, or 30. It's on 29. All right, I'm going to keep this. I am not streaming while the Mythic Championship is going on. At least not anything other than restreaming. Because, like, while I know there are some of you that will be here, my viewer count will be much worse if I try to do that, which is not ideal. Mirror is horrible, and it's the reason I stopped playing the deck. Yeah, I'd believe that. Hey, chat! Are you ready for mirror match number 2, Golos Boogaloo? Is coverage structured in such a way that they can avoid showing mirrors all day? All right, I'm gonna strap my liability hat on here for a moment. If the person choosing matches at the Mythic Championship is smart and good at their job, they will not show a Golos mirror until there are only Golos mirrors left to show in contention. If there is a Golos mirror on stream at the Mythic Championship before day 2, they've probably failed at their job. They should definitely be trying their darndest to avoid all of the mirror matches. And that's definitely something that they have, that's within their ability to do. This will probably be the one and only time we play this deck on stream, regardless of the record. I hadn't played this at all this season, and I wanted to give it a go. No, the viewership will not tank. It is impossible for this event to have bad viewership because they're going to pay for viewers. That's just how this works. You see how skillfully we're outplaying our opponent in this mirror? Yeah, for people not familiar with how Mythic Championships have worked in the past, the Arena Mythic Championships have had very good viewer counts because Wizards of the Coast pays to have their stream embedded as an autoplay video ad on different ad networks. So the viewer count that you see for the Mythic Championship stream is artificially inflated to an absurd degree. I was thinking more like actual viewership. Well, the actual viewership doesn't matter because we have the made up numbers. I get to instant speed route here. That's exciting. I tried Casmenia, and Teamer Oko has another way to dig for cards. She lines up nicely on curve. That's an interesting thought, Machu. That's not one I've tried. I want to try Yangling. I should probably try a bunch of the different Planeswalkers before we get to wherever. Yeah, they just cast a sweeper. Whee! So I'm leaving in Time Wipe rather than the Giant Sweeper because Time Wipe picks my Goloses and my Agents and my Krasises back up, so I think that's better. Trimming Grazer seems fine. Yeah, this seems reasonable. Present day Jeff has so much more self-control than Jeff from 6 months ago. I almost started responding to someone who was upset that I called the GOP fascist on in one of my YouTube videos, but then I just removed their ability to comment from my YouTube channel and deleted their comment. Well, we know how my opponent feels about the mirror. God bless you, opponent. You saved both of us some hardship on this day. Just for the record, if you're watching this now or you're watching this on YouTube in the future, I read every comment that is posted on my YouTube channel because I firmly believe that if you are creating a space for people to post stuff on the internet, it is your job to moderate that space and not let it become a hateful cesspool. So my comments aren't garbage because I make sure they're not garbage. I think I'm going to keep this and we'll bottom Teferi. If we draw a non-blue land, we'll still be able to root, so. Me learning self-control to not comment on political posts on Facebook. I'm going to one-up you on not commenting on political posts on Facebook.
Delete your Facebook.
You'll be a happier person. Just get rid of it. Deactivate your account. You can deactivate your Facebook and reactivate it later at any time. So seriously, just deactivate your Facebook for a month and see how you feel after not being on it for a month. I will bet you that you'll be happier. Would you be willing to accept a donation to cut or include Teamer Oko to today? If you want to cut into my current day schedule, it is a $50 donation for a deck already in the queue. If you want to bump Teamer Oko up to be played tomorrow, it's much less than that. Gorvmox deleted Facebook at the start of the year, never came back to that wasteland. God bless. So, Izzy, something that's fun that I didn't realize, you can deactivate your Facebook account and still keep using Messenger, because Messenger is my wife's and mine preferred way to communicate too, just because I like the chat heads on the mobile device. But you can deactivate and still keep using it as a chat service. If I'm stupid on one video because of the reasons I'm stupid, do I lose my privilege to comment on all your videos? Yeah, so YouTube doesn't really have a timeout method. So to keep my sanity, rather than over engaging with people that post things that are nonsense, I usually have a pretty aggressive, you just don't have the ability to comment on my channel anymore, because that's the only option it affords me. Hey, thanks for the tip, Dude Light. If everyone in chat donates $5, we could force Jeff to play Teamer Oko with Moo today. I will start. Come on, chat, we can do it. And for the record, people always mention like, well, Jeff, if YouTube comments kind of suck, why do you keep them on? One of my comments in my quarterly sub poll for a couple of months was, do you gain value from YouTube comments as a subscriber? And my subscribers overwhelmingly said that it made their experience better. So I leave YouTube comments on while aggressively moderating them because the people who pay me money like them to be on. What's going on, Marty? We're currently dying to mono red. As you should. Yeah, capitalism with regulation, exactly. Dude Light, chat is on your side, at least I am. Alright, that's 10 to cut Teamer into today. And at the very least, the bits and dollars will get added to Teamer for tomorrow. I think we've died, chat. So I can gain 3. Am I not dead if I gain 3? We might not be dead if we gain 3. We're using the pleb Guildgates because automatically, you can't automatically put the nice Guildgates on, and it was too much work to do it myself. Hey, Pentrion, thanks for doling out some sub-gifties. Happy Tuesday to you. The Teamer deck this morning was really good. Alright, we'll play Teamer Oko as the last deck today. Here we go. Look at that. The chat has pulled together. Are we exactly dead from Cavalcade? No, we're not, right? Oh yeah, this is unblockable. Yeah, we're super dead. Through the power of the democratic process. Never forget, chat. This stream works exactly like the American democratic process. Everybody gets a vote, and then at the end of the day, the people that gave me the most money pick what we play. Thanks for the biddies, Hairball. You think Red-Black Knights is strong enough to climb rank with? Yeah, definitely. I think the Red-Black aggro variations are very reasonable. I think Time Raveler's the cut here. I think I want all my top end, because we're just going to get to it. I love this station. So chat's like the NRA? Yeah, something like that. We're like the NRA, only it's my Twitch subs that are laundering money into me instead of Russian oligarchs. Hey, thanks for the biddies, Machu. I'll make sure Teamer gets back into the queue after today. I do think that Red-Black Aristocrats is my preferred Red-Black aggro deck, though. Definitely Field of the Dead here. I'll be formally sending you a letter to take the money out of Hooglandia politics, yep. Gotta stop. Gotta take big money out of Hooglandia politics. That is phenomenal. Arboreal Grazer is a jacked up magic card, chap. Do you see where even Satan cursed Tom Bolton couldn't stomach this presidency? Yep. Miss Mitch, thanks for the 10 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Who could have possibly predicted that of all the disasters Trump would create, he'd also create foreign policy disasters? Turn 3, 6 lands in play. Everything is fine. Everything is reasonable, chat. Nothing to see here. Alright, fine. I guess I'll interact. Stupid opponent playing stuff that makes me interact instead of just letting me linear. MAGA, make attorneys get attorneys. Oh, that's a good one. Hey, thanks, Beansy. Am I supposed to do this first? If I don't hit an untapped land, I'm kind of in trouble, though. Get 5 shots at an untapped land here. Ooh. Evolving Wilds ain't got nothing on you, Fabled Passage. Bant Golos is kind of like Joe Biden. For some reason, it's in the lead, but it's kind of boring overall, and it's mostly last season's leftovers. You just made my morning. That was excellent. How do we guild? I need like an upvote system or something for Twitch. Max owns the world. I love your modern content, mostly watch on YouTube, dropping my re-up to sub. Thanks for producing, Moto. I do what I can, Max. Thanks for the 13 months. Welcome back. It was evident early when we were arguing over who had bigger nukes, how he knows more about every situation than any other person. Yeah. Biden Golos. Oh, status quo Joe. Wow, is their hand just like mono blanks? Oh, that's a good draw. Yeah, and honestly, as a president, and this is something that's kind of staggering to say, I think one of the most dangerous things about Trump is the fact that he doesn't know what he doesn't know. And that simple fact puts the United States at an incredible dangerous position. One of the most important aspects of a leader is having them be able to defer when they need to defer to an expert. And he is incapable of doing that. Is there any good reason Grazer doesn't have Defender? Yeah, because then you wouldn't be able to attack with your 0 power, dude. You gotta get your frisky Grazer attacks in. Yeah, Warren has slowly been pulling over Joe, which is exciting. If this handed a green source, it would be so good. Do I keep this on the back of a turn 2 1/4 and hope to draw a green? I guess this plaza's nowhere near gaining life. Nobody move! I just want the record to reflect that if we miss with this hand, it's because chat didn't believe hard enough. That is the reason. Alright, nothing but net. Nothing but net, chat. Nothing but net. Painless untapped land. Sha. Easy game, easy life. Alright, so we're taking 6 here. Down to 9. Yeah, this card's sweet because it's like good in the control mirror. Biden is slipping in the polls because he keeps speaking. Joe Biden's biggest enemy is Joe Biden. What about now? Can I blame it on the drawing now? Just incredibly unlucky, chat. Thanks for the 10 months, Captain Markov. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Well, their hand's bad at least. We got that going for us. Interestingly, if you hadn't cast once, you'd be in great shape. Yeah, that's true. You could also argue that bottoming the second once was wrong as well. Like, that's very possible. I'm just gonna go ahead and do this here. Just keep my health total high, ideally. And we're dead. I guess I could draw my other decree. Yeah, I think if I would have kept the second once, we probably would have been okay here, but I got greedy and bottomed it. I should have shipped one of my more expensive cards. Oh, this is wrong too. I'm down a zombie. I'd have one more zombie here if I'd have fetched after. It doesn't really matter. Oh, we are just into triggers. We are just into triggers. Yep. Yeah, I don't know. I think I lost that game in large part due to bottoming the second once. I think if we'd have had the second once to hit our fourth land on 4, they were slow enough that we would have gotten set up and got going there. How are we doing today, folks? Welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, good night to everybody wherever you're out in the world. Thanks for dropping in here today. If you're a new viewer, my name is Jeff Hoagland. I'm a full-time streamer and content producer here on Twitch. I'm here playing Magic 30, 40, sometimes even 50 hours a week. If you enjoy constructed best of 3, this is definitely the channel for you. We always play a ton of different decks every day, so there's a lot of variety in my stream. As always, love to give a shout out to my wonderful subs. I wouldn't be here today without their support, so thanks to all of them for keeping me employed. I'd also like to plug a couple of my wonderful sponsors here really quick. The Vitamin String Quartet creates unique instrumental string arrangements of everything from Zelda to Zeppelin, and they would love to underscore your next gaming session. You can find them streaming now on services such as Spotify and Apple Music. BCW Supplies, the only ones I trust to protect my paper trading cards using code HOGLANDIA at bcwsupplies.com. You can save 10% on sleeves, binders, deck box, and all sorts of other fantastic gaming accessories there with them. Zerblin, thanks for the 14 months. Welcome back. Cardsphere.com is a peer-to-peer trading network that would love to help you turn your cards into other cards direct with other players. There's no haggling, and they just take 1% fee off the top. And of course, the Nerd Rage Gaming Championship Series is a $5,000 cash tournament series that happens every single month in the Midwestern United States. If you can't make it out to the Midwest to play in one of their standard, modern, or legacy tournaments, be sure to check out their streaming coverage as well at twitch.tv/NRG Series.
Don't make your life garbage time. Join us in Hoaglandia today by subscribing to Jeff Hoagland with Twitch Prime today.
Look at that. Timed it perfectly. Timed it perfectly. Sure. Yeah, if you're someone who plays competitive Magic and you change your sleeves with any amount of consistency, and most competitive Magic players do, the BCW Elite Guard 2s are just quite fantastic. They're $8 for 100 sleeves before my discount code, and they're just as good, if not better, than the other leading brands that charge much more than that for their sleeves. Most other products for 100s at least $10. Do they ship worldwide? I don't have an answer to that question. I should probably have an answer to that question, but I'll investigate. They should have the information on their website for sure. Ah, we're in the growth cycle bracket. Got it. The Elite 2s are a better sleeve than the Elite 1s. You probably just had a bad batch of Elite 1s because I didn't really have splitting issues with those. But the Elite 2s in general are more durable. And more importantly, one of the things, especially if you're someone who double sleeves, one of the things the Elite 2s do really nicely is they're taller than a lot of other sleeves. So if you ever use like Dragon Shield sleeves, they're slightly taller than like Ultra Pro and stuff, and the Elite Guard 2s are taller, just like the Ultra Pro or the Dragon Shields tend to be. Really, Hickahuck? Where's that survey link? I had not seen that one. If Ultra Pro sleeves didn't sponsor and come with a lot of Magic imagery, I'm not sure anybody would ever pay money for them. As far as like sleeve quality go, they're kind of like bottom of the barrel. Although they're Eclipse sleeves I've heard good things about, but I haven't used them. It was on the official Magic Twitter. Good to know. Ooh. Yeah, I have a hard time believing the katanas are like... I believe they're a good sleeve, but the price point on them seems real stupid. I've got a zombie, do-do-do-do, lots of zombies. BCW does have a international shipping, but it's prohibitively expensive. Like $100. Yeah, I'd believe that. I just put my cards in standard letter-sized envelopes with the card name showing through the address window. That was to the tune of "You've Got a Friend in Me," Marty. I feel like Clippy sometimes. Good. I'm doing my job. Keeping you on your toes, Martin. All right, so in the Teamer Elementals matchup, I'm gonna click submit. I'm gonna click submit. How much more? Probably one more match after this one with Golos. Then we'll roll on into Team Morocco. In general, always kill Priest of the Forgotten Gods dead. For people asking about the Krasis Golos interaction, you can only cast it for X is 0. So it's not exactly a stellar interaction on our side of the board. What do the kids say? Is it YOLO? Had to give my free Twitch money to someone. Well, thanks for sending it here again, J Gross. Hey, appreciate that. Welcome back. Listen, chat, I'm just a mercenary. I pay the decks people pay me to play. It's just, generally speaking, people don't pay to see decks like this because there's plenty of tryhard streamers that will stream them for free. But when people occasionally want to pay me money to guaranteed win matches, I'll take their money, you know? Who am I to not take their money? I'm a dirty net decker with no skill. This is my deck of choice. Those darn net deckers ruining magic for good honest folks who work hard to build their own decks. Just the scourge of the land. We'll always let you know when a product's sponsored. Chandra Spitfire is an elemental. Huh. The more you know, chat. The more you know. Wow, that's rude. All right, draft deck 1, Hoagland 0. I'm glad I've got this 1/4. What is a more iconic duo than crappy white creatures and not conceding to Tron? You say you're a mercenary. I'm very good at describing what I do for a living. I just tell people that I stream myself doing things on the internet that people have paid me money to do for an audience that is predominantly young men. And there's no way that could ever be misconstrued in any possible way. It's very, very clear and straightforward what I mean. Are we dead? I think we might be dead. I think we might be dead. I said predominantly, not exclusively, chat. Predominantly is accurate, okay? I understand what my viewer metrics look like.
I am not going to skip this one. Oh, I've done the hero thing.
We could desperately use a time wipe. That's pretty good. That Field of the Dead plus this this Fabled Passage might get us over the hump here. Actually missed out on a zombie by playing my land too soon. This is 9, so I can play a 7/7 next turn. Wow, they didn't discard anything. Considering the makeup of Magic tourneys, I have YouTube metrics, and I would bet my YouTube metrics extend to Twitch. We had a Proxy Legacy tournament at my LGS, so 10 new players in the format. I got my Mox Diamond trigger stifled, and they were very confused. Mox Diamond's not a trigger, right? Mox Diamond's a replacement effect as it enters the battlefield. YouTube estimates, and I assume YouTube's pretty accurate, because YouTube probably knows more about us, more about ourselves than we do. YouTube estimates that 57% of my audience is between ages 25 and 34.
Seen that coming.
With 18 to 24 cashing in at 23% and 35 to 44 cashing in at 15%. All right, so I think I just play this as a 7/7, right? That was a good draw. Zombie, zombie, zombie. Hey, hey. Things are looking a little bit hazy there for a minute, but I think our pile of good stuff is pulling it out here. And then a metric that you probably don't need me to say, but YouTube estimates male to female at like 98% to like 1.5%. That doesn't trample, right? Oh no! It does eat my... Oh no. I'm in danger! I'm danger! I'm in danger! We did, in fact, just get rabbit bit. All right, so Do I want another flying blocker for this Spitfire? Or do I go... What are the odds I die to the Spitfire next turn? Feels low. So I think we just Golos, get a field, root, make a land drop. And like, we can threaten to kill them on the backswing here, basically, right? If they attack too much. I do have colors for Golos, although we're probably just playing a Krasis next turn, right? Oh yeah, that's true. Spitfire can get jumped by Grazer for a turn too. That is very, very true. So we've got 5, 6, 7, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 mana. So we can play this as a 12-12 next turn. Why does Grazer have reach? Because he's a slothy boy hanging out in a tree. Come on now, chat. Is my Golos about to get Cindervines? I think my Golos is about to get Cindervines, chat. I'm gonna cash this in as a gain 5. We'll take 6 down to 11 here. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blockers. I have 12 attackers. They'd only take 14 here. We see any white cards to the opponent? We have not. Yeah, Cavalier of Flame can pump up their team by a good deal. So we're not in the clear yet. If we get to untap after this turn, we're probably in the clear. Although that's a pretty good draw. Second flying blocker plus more zombies is gonna go a long way. The sloth helps us not die and helps us ensure lethal on the backswing with zombies. Big Chandra is unbeatable. For sure. They could have just swung out with flyers last turn. They did do that. Oh, you're saying swing out and pump? Yeah, they did not do that. Mr. Grazer, do 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 do, do 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 do. Yep. I'm in danger. Should be okay. I don't think they can kill us with 2 flying attackers. If they find a 3rd flying attacker, and then like Cavalier Flame up, we could maybe die. Instead of me telling you you're wrong, tell me why you're right. Tell me why you think we need more Domri. And the thing I encourage you to keep in mind while you talk about Domri is Domri's a card that's not a threat on his own. He's a card that's only good when you also have another threat out. Because of the voice acting. That's the reason I'd accept. The voice acting on Domri is superb. Opponent has 67 cards left in their deck. Oh, constructed events. Oh, constructed events. We have 27 cards left in our deck and have not seen a sweeper this game. Enters the battlefield, return another creature you control to its owner's hand. Sure. Oh no! Are we gonna get fireballed out of the game by Omnath? Are we about to die to an Omnath fireball? I feel like we're about to die to an Omnath fireball. The can't be countered as well as extra damage seems really great. A majority of your deck can still be countered. He only stops creatures from not being countered, and I'd argue not being countered isn't super relevant in this format. All right, am I just supposed to activate Golos here? I think I'm just supposed to activate Golos, huh? All right, bless up. So I messed up because I played my land, and I shouldn't have played my land. Believe it or not, I think we're probably going to be okay, but... They should block everything here, because their whole board is going away. Yeah, I can still root here. I can root, and I can still growth spiral. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Actually, I could double root. I don't think I have enough lands left in my deck to double root. Yeah, I do still have a land drop for the turn, that's true. Do I pick up Krasis with Teferi? Yeah, probably. Actually, I might bounce their Cinder Vines just so I take less damage. Because I can pick up Krasis with Time Wipe. Are they dead? I think they're dead, right? I think they're actually exactly dead. Yeah, they're actually exactly dead. That was actually just, like, exactly lethal. Alright, we're gonna play one more so we can try and hit more stock deck. Yeah, if they would have put their Phoenix in front of the Krasis instead of in front of a 2/2, they would have lived. Didn't need that. We put the fear of the sweeper in them though, and the fear of the sweeper intimidated them into you know, the bad blocks. Sure. I'm gonna once on one with this hand before I play my land, because if this once finds a Grazer, I want to take the Grazer. Perfect. Because this gets us set up to... Is Arboreal Grazer's Jeff do Kiki Jiki? Kiki Jiki has a special place in my heart. Don't you compare my precious meatball to this ugly sloth hanging out in a tree. Don't you compare me! I am precious! I am precious! Alright, I think I want to Field of the Dead. The fuzzy boy can't compete with the meatball, exactly. How much do you have to donate for you to play a 255 card elemental deck? A lot. Oh, it's been a little bit since we've restarted the client, huh? A bunch of people donated to cut Team Morocco into today. Because they want me to test out Mew and see how she feels. Want to see how Mew feels. Realm-Cloaked Giant's like that kid up the street that you give 20 bucks to rake all your leaves in the fall when they fall down. Any clue why your stream is consistently fine for me at work, but I experience major audio lag on other streams, usually within about 10 minutes. Other streams, their audio delayed by 3 to 5 seconds. That's a Twitch encoding issue, most likely. And I'm probably just lucky it'll be like hitting good servers. There's a bunch of leaves in play. And Realm-Cloaked Giant's about to take out the trash. That's the leaf metaphor. It's not particularly deep. Oh, Wicked Wolf is gonna survive. Rude. A bunch of it has to do with the time of day that you're online as well. Yeah, I'd believe that. I'll bet daytime US is a lower average concurrent viewer count on Twitch too. Interesting that they left a blue up. What are we leaving a land up for? Alright, so we'll play this, and then we'll Golos. Main deck Veil, that would be deep. So obviously, they can take Golos with Oko, but they can't activate Golos, so I don't really care about that. And I just want to start making more zombies ASAP here. It also ramps me to make my next Krasis a little bit better. So I assume they're about to send us a food for the Golos. Yeah, Passage is going to get Island here, so it can make 2 zombies. Why, yes, I would love to eat your Voracious Hydra. Thank you for asking. Main deck dispute could be a real thing. I believe that. That card's good. Scion plus Questing Beast is good against people who don't understand how Death Touch Trample works. Yes, you're not wrong. Yep, Brazen Borrower is good against this line. That is for sure. That's fine. We still gain 8 here, right? Bye, friends. So, a question that may have been answered or may trigger anger. How are the MTGA tournaments, but the deck lists aren't decks portable to MTG? Well, you see, Wizards of the Coast is a very small indie startup that's still struggling to grasp the technology that fully allows them to leverage easily exporting deck lists. Because designing Magic Arena in a way that it could import generic text lists without silly proprietary formatting is in no way something that's very easy to do.
In this land, we are all connected.
Wow, their Krasis is going to be big next turn.
Harness the elements.
Block. Will I take money for a Mythgard deck? Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is 7. I think this might be a mystical dispute. What's my favorite Mythgard deck so far? I've been playing a red-yellow mid-range deck that's felt pretty good. That I've been enjoying. Yeah, just because Hearthstone also sucked at something doesn't mean Arena should, though. Like, the competition being bad isn't an excuse for you to also be bad. Alright. I feel like if they had a Mystic Veil there, they would have cast it this turn. So their Krasis is going to be really big here. But next turn, I can play Teferi, bounce their big Krasis, and then have my Krasis kill their Nissa in combat. So they have 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 mana here, so they're going to play a 10, 10 and draw 5 cards. But that sounds great, because they're going to be tapped out. You think you'll ever go as competitive as I did with Hex with a non-Magic game? Probably not. Playing games competitively, especially games that have a lot of variance in them, is, you know, it's tough to do. Like, you can't really control the results you have in these games. Although, a game like Mythgard has a lot less variance than Magic, so it's got that going for it. But that's also a pretty low bar, because Magic's pretty close to roulette. This game has an incredible amount of resource variance.
Your new look is enchanting.
Your new look is enchanting. Alright, so I think the goal here is to take Nissa off the table this turn. Their silly flying blocker is going to put kinks in what I wanted to do here. Let's draw a card here and see if we like hit another Teferi or something. I feel like I've heard repeatedly from somewhere that Magic is a low variance game. Those filthy liars. And don't get me wrong, like, I think one of the things that, like, people don't get a lot of the time is like when people hear me talk about Magic being a high variance game, that's not a slight against Magic. Like, Magic having a lot of variance in it is one of the things that makes it so enjoyable for a lot of people. Like, if Magic had no variance, it would be a much worse game. Hey, Dazin, thanks for the tip. I appreciate it. Put your best idea for Corvold into the queue. Will do. He's super sweet. The deck with the star just means that's the deck that shows up when someone types !deck in chat. Is what that means. I don't know if I'm open to doing build arounds in Mythgard Captain, because I don't know that I know enough about the game to do that. I probably do. Yeah, that would be fine, Captain Command. Dusty fella, thanks for the 6 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Would you categorize Modern as the Magic format with the least variance, relatively speaking? Nah, I think Modern's probably the swingiest of Magic formats. I think that's one of the reasons why it's so popular. That's a questing beast. We're kind of in a spot where we want another sweeper.
I invite you to change your ways.
Yeah, Modern has more matchup variance than other formats. It also today has a high density of games where, like, you just die on turn 2. We could one Sticking for a Giant. I only have one of those in my deck, though, at the moment. Yeah, that's probably the line. If I do this, can I Fae of Wishes and Sweeper still? I cannot. This is just, do I Planner Cleansing? If I Planner Cleansing, they still have 3/3/3s, but I'm at 20, right? So that's probably fine. Do I need to Planner Cleansing? Max this out. Thank you for the Prime support. Welcome to Hoaglandia. There's no reason not to attack them first. And this was game 2. I don't think I'd do this. Although some people have been playing Disdainful, like a bunch of the MC list played Disdainful Stroke in the main deck. Hey, congrats, Max. Yeah, a lot of people have been enjoying that deck. We're actually going to play a variation of that up next after this match. Okay, well, that food creation means that they don't have a stroke, because they don't have 2 mana anymore now. So a little bit of damage in. Let's clean this out. Let's play a Grazer as a blocker. Pass back. We still got these hanging out over here as well. I don't know. I think leaving them 9 power is fine here. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's going to be an 8/8 Krasis. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I can make a 9/9 Krasis. Anything you can do, I can do better. I can do anything better than you. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do I need 6 zombies instead of just 3? 6 as opposed to 3 is better in the face of if they can take this out of the way. So like if they have another Brazen Borrower. Getting this guaranteed tapped land into play tapped is nice though. I'm gonna do this because we drew this Realm-Cloaked Giant. So I'll plan to just like do this, pass, and then even if they take this out of the way, we could just like chump block and then clear the board. All right, gobble gobble. Crunch. Hey, Jojo, thank you for the 5-month resub there. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. You're having a good one wherever you are. The opponent has 29 cards, and we have 25 cards. Goodbye, friends. Firm handshakes all around. That animation is pretty great regardless of how many times I see it. Playing this out's kind of medium in the face of Questing Beast, I suppose. I could play Wish and Bounce Wish with Teferi, that's true. That is a line. I only played 1 QB this game, right? I threw 2. Just 1 quarterback. Okay. So we go to 6 here. Tef goes to 1.
I won't let you win.
Crack a fetch here. Make some friends. Oh. Alright, I have a green Guildgate in play. I only have 1 Guildgate in play, that's awkward. If I had a green Guildgate, I could have put this into play and then rooted this turn too. And possibly killed them.
I'll protect you.
Came across Black Red Knight, splashes blue for Royal Scion, and a stroke in the sideboard. Yeah, we've played that on stream, Mega Vega. Believe it or not. So we're at 9 here, so should be in the clear. Couldn't I have shocked in the temple? Oh, yeah, you're super right. I definitely could have shocked in the temple. Yeah, you are super correct. I could have shocked in the temple. Concur. I think I want Dispute and Veil here to counter their counters. I think Grazer's a little bit slow and not a meaningful blocker. Is that the only swap? I don't think this is an Agent of Treachery matchup, especially they're going to have a bunch of Disdainful Strokes in their deck. Is this an Agent matchup? If it is, what am I cutting? I feel like Sweepers are probably better than Agents on average here. Teferi's not great against Questing Beasts, but he's good just in the face of stopping their counterspells from being relevant. That was in fact game 1. This is gonna be the last match with this one. We're gonna wrap up on this format's not a grind fest. So people are not big fans of personal accountability. This format is a grind fest, asterisk, if you really want to play grind fest. Nobody's making you register Golos. If you're playing too many grindy games of Magic and you're not enjoying them, shut up and play a different deck. There's too many people that are like, I'm obligated to play Golos. I hate the mirrors. The mirrors suck. Stop playing mirrors. There's 2 people to blame every time a Golos mirror gets played. There are plenty of good aggressive decks in this format. Pick your cat up, put it in the oven, kill your opponent with your cat pie. Amen to that. Cat pie, everybody. Yeah, and there are plenty of people that enjoy the grind, which is good. One of the appeals of Magic is that it appeals to lots of different people in lots of different ways. Playing 4 Noxious Grasp is a good way to beat up the turn 2 Planeswalkers, in my experience. I haven't played a land yet this turn, so I think I'm just going to go ahead and bounce the Goose here.
No, I am not making this up as I go.
That's unfortunate. There's so few ways to deal with the artifact, the player says while looking at his Oko. Really? Really, that's what we're going with? There's so few ways to deal with the deck? That's the line you want to take?
I'm certain you're quite charmed to meet me.
I'm certain you're quite charmed to meet me. The Goose does honk now. We had an update. The Goose is loose. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you're at, Voxy. What time of day is it? We've passed into afternoon in the cornfields. I think I want to get... I definitely need another white source so I can sweep. I think I want to lean into blue-green after that. This board is not quite at a place where we need to sweep, so probably just want to do this. cast Cryptic Command in response to this Disdainful Stroke. They have another Disdainful Stroke. I think we might be getting double stroked here. Oh, yeah. Stroke me, daddy. That's still a 2-for-1, right? Because, like, we spent 2 cards, they spent 2 cards, but one of our cards drew a card. So, like, I think all things considered, we come out pretty far ahead. Yeah, could have been a negate. Four. It's a lot of manas. 8. The old cast once upon a time after floating all your mana. Weird. It's a decision. Wonder if they clicked on the wrong card. They like have a Krasis and like clicked on the once by mistake. I think they misclicked. That's 100% what happened there. Awkward. How do you make sorry sound Canadian in text? Yup. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
We will not fail. The land shall conquer you.
Yeah, honestly, I think the biggest part about the ramp in this format, the biggest problem that it has, is that, like, Magic already has a pretty big skew that's play draw dependent, and like the ramp in this format makes that play draw skew just even more apparent. Was that a good one, chat? What do we think about that draw? It's fine, you know, no big. Hey, Rander. Welcome to Hooglandia. Thanks for chipping your Twitch Prime this way this month and keeping me employed. I appreciate the Bezo bucks. Yeah, sure, you have a Golos. No big. Have there been formats like this with this much ramp? Probably at some point. None that I can recall offhand. We're under a good bit of pressure here. They're going to like slam this Hydra down and double the counters on it. So let's triple block here, and then we go to 5, and then I get to Hydroid Krasis for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we get to Krasis to gain 5 next turn, which hopefully makes us 2 more zombies. Oh, they didn't play a Hydra this turn. That's really good for us. All right, let's do this for 10. Sweet. And we found a second Field of the Dead, which is excellent here. I was watching your vids on YouTube because I like to watch decks I like at the time. Well, good to have you around. Glad you're enjoying the YouTube stuff. Teferi is an absurd draw because it lets us bounce the Golos back to our hand and then replay it. I think in general, just Elking. I guess Elking Golos doesn't do anything either. Elking, I can still bounce it. Is this stabilizing? And like, this has been my experience playing this matchup. So we haven't played Golos before, but playing this matchup from the other side has felt very similar to this, where like the blue-green deck feels behind against the deck that we're playing. So I was really pretty surprised when I saw so many good players are playing the blue-green deck at the Mythic thing. Mythic Championship, Invitation, whatever we're calling it. Hey, Jazzlet, thanks for the biddies. And KYKY, thanks for the quarter of a year. I appreciate it. Welcome back. Okay, so they're just big enough to do that. And then I take 4 here. Can we talk about this Fae of Wishes and how absurd it's been? Can we just appreciate for a moment how off the charts absurd having planar cleansing on a stick has been? Can we all just appreciate that for a moment? Like, I don't know that 4 Fae is correct, but more than one feels like it's probably correct. So we just ended their entire career, right? Like, yeah, you know, satisfying. Satisfying is the word that I would use. All right, yeah, Questing Beast is the best possible card they can have there.
Only time will tell.
We are still playing Magic. Yeah, I still have this trophy. I think I'm leading on once here. Bye, Felicia. Yeah, wow. We ate it to mono red one of the matches. But honestly, and this is why Fae of Wishes seems so powerful, like, Fae of Wishes is a card that makes the mono red matchup better too, right? Like, being a 1/4 on 2 is, like, really powerful. I think I want more of this card. I don't know. I'm not an expert on this archetype, so I don't know what I would cut. But I do know that I feel like 2 or maybe even 3 of this card feels very reasonable. Just because, like, Granted is so powerful in, like, the mirrors and against mid-range and control decks. And, like, Fae of Wishes as a 1/4 flyer for 2 is just very reasonable stat line in the aggro matchup. Going down Krasis doesn't seem unreasonable. Fae of Wishes also